What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the series where I'm talking about my mindset. And this is like my sixth time trying to record this video. I just go on a lot of tangents while I'm talking about this topic. And I'm trying to keep it as short and concise for you guys so it all blends together, makes sense, it's cohesive. You know, that's what I want, so it makes sense. And hopefully it helps anyone that is watching. We're talking about rejection today, how to deal with rejection, and why perhaps not being rejected enough is making like you a simp. Like, I believe that most simps haven't been rejected enough, you know what I'm saying? And or they've been rejected like 3 or 4 times and then they give up and they turn into these like demonic like Eugene creatures. Are like, oh, I hate women, but then they simp, you know, behind closed door and stuff like that. But mainly I'm going to talk about rejection, how not being rejected enough is why we have so many simps, and not don't be afraid of getting rejected. You know, I think that's one of the biggest things with simps and with men in general. I mean, it's very nerve-wracking, I understand, to go up to somebody you don't know that you find attractive and ask them for their number or ask them on a date or ask them their name, right? It's pretty nerve-wracking because you're scared of the rejection. You're scared of what they're going to say, right? You're scared of that. You're preemptively thinking, oh, what if she says no? Or what if she says something worse than no? Because, you know, she could say something worse than no. I mean, you're having that fear of what is she going to say? The unknown, right? Oh, I don't have no idea what she's going to say. Or maybe it's a lack of confidence. I'm not that good looking, you know? She would never say yes to me, you know? I don't have anything going on. I don't make a lot of money. I don't have a cool car. You know, why would she say yes to me? And it's getting past that insecurity and that, you know, fear of being rejected. You know, I have no fear of being rejected. I have no fear of making mistakes. I've made mistakes and I've been pretty embarrassed about them, but I didn't have a fear going into that mistake. You learn from it. You take it into your next, you know, to your next, you know, whatever you ask out another girl or another opportunity, whatever it is, and you learn from it. You don't use that. You don't do it again, right? You should learn from your mistakes. You know, when you genuinely make a mistake, when you're genuinely in the wrong, you should be learning from it. And that's what rejection does. That rejection helps. Rejection makes you less of a simp because if you're constantly getting rejected, right? You know, maybe it's something you're doing wrong. Okay, I've been rejected 7 times. I keep approaching them the same way, or maybe I'm saying the same phrase, or maybe I'm using the same tone. Maybe my voice gets higher every time I finish my question. You know, like there's something specific that I'm doing that I need to change. You know, maybe I'm not confident enough. Maybe me not being confident enough in myself is making me sound that way, and that's why I keep getting rejected, right? And we can talk about, you know, gaining confidence in a different video, like in depth. But gaining confidence just comes with working out or doing a job that you enjoy or being proud of some item that you've acquired. You know, having confidence in yourself, how you look, you know, who you are as a person. You know, you have confidence that when you go up to somebody and you ask them out, you're like, if they say yes, I'm going to bring value to them. I'm going to be adding to their life. Like, that's the confidence you have to have. When I ask out a girl, I know that I can bring value to them, right? Not just with, you know, money or whatever it is. I'm talking about like mindset. Like, I'm very confident in my mindset and the way I think. I think my mindset can help people, you know, positively, and that's why I make these videos, right? So I'm very confident when I ask out a girl. Not saying I'm not nervous, right? And perhaps I have to give credit to my my mentor, the person I've been training with for quite some time now. One of the things he says is that, you know, if he's ever nervous about something, he goes and does that thing. You know what I'm saying? Of course, not anything, you know, illegal or not, you know, moral and stuff like that. But like, you see a girl that you like, right? If you see a girl that you like and you get nervous because you're like, oh, man, I would love to get her number. You know, I would love to ask her out on a date, but again, you know, what if she says no? You know, that fear, that nervousness. Oh God, what if she says something? Going up to her regardless of that nervousness, that's the confidence. That's like ignoring that nervousness, just going up saying your lines confidently, charismatically, that is the key. And I mean, I wouldn't worry about it too much, you know? For me, it's like it's binary, you know? She's going to say yes or she's going to say no. And the way she says yes or no can vary. You know what I'm saying? It can vary. Like it, you know, she could say no, I have a boyfriend, or she can just say no. Like it'll vary on how she says yes or no. But there's only two answers. And like I also take it a bit further sometimes, and like, you know, I, you know, it's destined to happen. Whether or not she says yes or no is destined to happen. If I don't say anything to her, then nothing will happen. You know, I will never know if she'll say yes if I don't ask her, right? So having that mentality of like, if I see a girl I like, I'm gonna go ask her out. If I see a girl I like, I'm gonna go approach her. I'm gonna see what she's about. You know, I'm not afraid of being rejected. And you know, going back to the whole like simp thing, I think simps haven't been rejected enough, because when you get rejected 12, 13, 14, 15 times, that builds a certain like, you know, it starts to build something. Like it builds character. It builds like, you know, it makes you less nervous to do it again. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're learning from your rejections. Especially when the rejections get more and more painful. Let's say you actually get a number, right? Because this is going to happen. You're going to get a number, right? And then you ask her on a date, you try to set it up, and she's all flaky, or she says, nah, I was just kidding, or whatever it is. Like, because that's happened to me. You know, I got just a short story of it. I was trying to get a girl's number in high school, and she was writing down her number on my hand, right? The pen ran out of ink, and I was like, all right, whatever. I'll just message you on Facebook, because back then, you know, Facebook was pretty popular. We were friends and stuff. I could just message her. I messaged her on Facebook. I don't remember if I asked her for a number or if I asked her just like, you want to go out and get some food. Regardless, I said one of the two, and then her response was, it was like a few messages. She said, let's just be friends. You know, I don't really like you like that. I don't like you like that. You know? So I didn't get initially rejected. I got rejected after I thought we were, you know, doing okay. Because she was going to give me her number, right? She was going to give me her number. It could have been a fake number if she, you know, I don't know. It could have been a fake number she gave me, but it seemed like she liked me because she was going to give me her number. And then I go in to try to set up the date, and she says, no, I just want to be friends. You know, at the time I was in high school, I dealt a little bit differently, but it built something. It started to build that you get used to it and you stop caring as much. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's kind of how I think you have to go through. That's kind of what built for me, you know? And I'm just not afraid of being rejected anymore. It's just, if I see something I like, I'm going to go talk to the girl. That's it. I mean, I don't have any fear of her saying, no, I'm good, or no, I have a boyfriend, or even when I get a number, right? I'm going to talk about this in a different video. This is about having zero expectations of others. That also helps a lot with this. Even if I get a number, I have an expectation that when I ask her, like, hey, you want to hang out through the, you know, the number she gave me, I expect that she's either not going to respond or she's going to make up some excuse to, like, not hang out or whatever, right? That's my expectation. So if she's like, yeah, let's get it, let's set something up, I'm like, oh, snap. I didn't expect that, right? And having that expectation is another, like, defense. You can call it a defense mechanism for us, but for me, but I think it helps because I'm not worried when I send a message if she's gonna respond. I'm not spending my time, my day, thinking, it's been 12 hours. She hasn't responded. Oh, okay. Maybe she's busy. Maybe she actually didn't like me. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, how long is the video going to go? I'm going to tell a little story real quick. Like, for example, just to tie everything together, right? This happened, like, recently, like, a few weeks ago, maybe. And it's embarrassing as fuck. I'm so embarrassed. If I got a second chance of fixing this, I would. But it's super embarrassing because, you know, I guess I misread some stuff, and then I got rejected. All right? So basically what happened was, so first off, I got the girl's number. And, well, it wasn't her number. It was her Instagram, right? Which is basically the same thing. But we worked together on a project, and I got her Instagram. and I asked her to lunch. And when I sent her the original message, I expected her to say no or not respond. Actually, no. I expected her to say no because she was a nice person. I feel like she wouldn't like just leave me on red. She could have. It wouldn't have mattered. But I feel like she would have said no. She didn't. She said yeah. Right? Now, I was like, okay, cool. Didn't get excited yet. Didn't really like pay. I didn't really look into much, like into it too much because I knew like. And I was telling one of my friends is getting the number for me is the easy part. I think that's super easy. Setting the date up, that's the hard part, in my opinion, right? So she says, yeah, let's get some lunch. I'm like, okay. So I try to set it up before I leave. I was leaving for a certain amount of time. I was trying to set it up before I left. And she was busy. I was kind of busy as well. And we tried to set it up. We set it up like the day before I leave. And so we had a date set. I still had an expectation that it wasn't going to work. I had an expectation that she was going to say like 2 hours before the date or the day before that she couldn't make it. And I was right. She actually did it. And I was like, oh, I kind of knew it. But she was like, I can't make it. Are you available this weekend? So that's a little different. So instead of just saying, I can't make it, she rescheduled it. Okay, that's an indication that she kind of likes me or she just wants to get to know me or whatever it is. If a girl says no but then reschedules, that's a good indication there, guys. If she just says no and then she's, doesn't offer a reschedule or anything like that, you can try to do it. I've done it on a different occasion in a different like small story I guess I can talk about a little later, but you can try to reschedule it, but if it happens a second or third time, I would just drop it, I would just drop it after that. But she rescheduled it for the weekend. I believe it was for like Sunday or something. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, it gets rescheduled. And I want to say it got canceled again. Yeah, it got canceled again. No. I tried to push the time back because I was busy. There was something that I was doing. And it was running into our lunchtime. And mind you, while I texted her, like, trying to set the date up, there would be periods of time where she wouldn't text me for, like, a whole day. A whole day. Like, imagine you're into a girl, right? And you text her, she agrees to lunch, and then she reschedules it. And then I believe I texted her saying, like, where do you want to eat or something? Or what do you like to eat? Or, something like that. Or I tried to take the initiative and be like, we're going to go get sushi. But then she was like, I don't like sushi. I was like, okay. So now I have to ask her what she likes because for me, for all you guys, just a little tip. When you set up a date, you need to set it up. Just assume that she likes something and then go with it. Unless she tells you something otherwise, just set up the date. Don't let her try to don't ask her because it's always a disaster. Girls don't like to really think about that. They just want to have it ready to go and then just worry about looking pretty, right? So I try to set up a sushi date. She says, I don't like sushi. I'm like, okay. So I have to actually ask her what she likes to eat because if I set up a second thing and then she doesn't like it, it's just weird at that point. So I was like, all right, well, what do you like to eat? And I don't think she responded to me, but I was like, let me find like an American place to eat or like a regular place to eat, right? So I did some random place and I was like, we're going to do it here at 2 p.m. Saturday. Like I was telling her what was going to happen, right? And she could have been like, no, but she was like, okay, cool, that's fine. Saturday happens. I say, it's going to go, I'm currently doing something. It's going to go past the lunch time that we scheduled. Can we push it back a couple hours? And I don't remember which message it was, but there was a message I sent to her and she didn't respond for a whole day, right? Again, every time I sent her a message, I had the expectation that she wasn't going to respond or she wasn't going to say nothing or, she was pretty busy those couple of weeks. So I was just like, that's fine. It doesn't really matter to me either way. I'm focusing on what I gotta do anyway. But you gotta have that patience. You gotta have like zero expectation for people, man. That really helped me through that. Anyway, we finally set the date. We finally get through to it. We finally, meet up and we have lunch. It was a decent time. Again, I made some mistakes. I think there was I was trying to do things maybe I shouldn't have done, and again, learning from that moving forward. That's what the rejection's about. You know what I'm saying? And we had lunch, got to know each other a little bit, and you know, we walked back to her car, and you know, I tried to kiss her, and I got rejected. You know, and I thought about it after it happened, and for a while, and I was like, what could I have done differently? Because the kiss wasn't the problem. Like being rejected and the kiss wasn't the problem itself. The problem was the way I reacted to it. Up until that point, I was pretty calm. I was pretty chill. You know, I was doing some things outside of my comfort zone. I was asking her questions that I don't usually ask on dates, but I wanted to try it out to see if it actually made a difference in the date quality and stuff like that. But all the questions I asked, I found out didn't hit at all. So just learning from that, you know, I'm gonna take that into my next date, into the next person I see or whatever it is. And so I went for the kiss. I got rejected, and the problem is what I said after. So I went for the kiss. She said, I don't think she said anything. She's like, no, or whatever. And I said, no, no kiss. Oh, I gotta work for it. Like, and I think she might have said like, yeah, whatever. And then she went into her car, or whatever. But that was after she rejected me. I started to panic, right? After she rejected me, I panicked, and that's what came out. That was like an automated response, like an automatic response, right? And I think it was like the simp in me. That was the beta in me. That was the thing I've been trying to get rid of. And it's hard for me to say like I didn't expect it, because like I wasn't expecting to like, I don't know, get a kid. I don't know. It's hard for me to say it like this, but it caught me off guard, right? And I've reverted back to that person and said like instinctively those things. And I shouldn't have. What I should have done, there's two ways I could have handled it. When I thought about stuff, I could have apologized right then and there, like, I'm sorry. I thought you were, you know, I thought that's what you wanted, or I thought you were into that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that, whatever it is, you know. That would have been a lot better and would have saved me a lot of face, right? Or I could have said, what was the other thing I was thinking about? I don't remember, but I know if I said something different, it wouldn't have been as bad. I know if I said I'm sorry right then and there, I think I would have been okay, you know. But I got rejected, and then I sent her a message maybe a couple of days later, and I originally, because we talked about during like lunch what I was doing for that week, and I was gonna go shopping, and I was asking if she wanted to come help, and she was like, yeah, no. So I sent her a message saying, did you still want to come help, to see if she wanted to, you know, come and maybe give me like a second chance. And that way, when she came, I could apologize in person. That was my original plan, but she didn't respond I gave her like a day or two to respond. She didn't respond. So I told myself I was just going to apologize. If she doesn't respond, that's okay. As long as I clear my conscience and let her know that I'm genuinely sorry for what I did. That's all I wanted. So that's what I did. I did that. She responded. She let me know the questions I asked her during lunch made her feel uncomfortable. And I was like, fuck, that's not what you don't want that, right? So, you know, I'm learning. Like, that's why rejection is so key. At this point in time, for me, it's not like I'm nervous around girls or I'm nervous of asking them out. For me, it's like the next step, right? We're getting rejected from that kiss, getting rejected when you turn it up a little bit. The questions I asked were not normal questions. They were turned up questions, right? Damn, it's getting long. All right, so moral of the story is you're going to get rejected. Learn from your rejections. It's okay. You're going to get rejected. Do not let it deter you from going after, you know, more women. Like, don't let it deter you from asking out other women. It's okay. Learn from your mistakes and take it to the next one. You know what I'm saying? The next time I go out with a girl, I'm not going to do those things. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to keep it the way I usually do. You know what I'm saying? I also have a different mindset right now that I'm going off of, and that's also helping me. Again, having that passion, having the focus on my passion, on my priority, is also helping with that mindset, and it makes like going out and going on dates stress free. Like I don't stress over it. I don't care. Like it doesn't bother me, which either way it goes, right? But yeah, you guys are gonna get rejected. It's gonna happen. It's gonna turn you not into simps, and that's what we want at the end of the day. This video is very, very long, so I'm gonna end it here. I'll talk more about it in different videos, but don't be afraid to be rejected. Deal with it. Move on. Keep going to the next thing. Be confident in yourself, even if you make a bad mistake. Apologize if you can. In the instance, if you can, be genuine with it. Even if it doesn't fix it, it's fine. Just as long as you apologize at some point, just apologize and move forward. That's what I learned from that, and that's what seems to be the cause for some simping, most simping, because guys haven't been rejected yet, because they haven't been rejected enough to where they understand their own value. And I don't know, it's just, I'll go into a different video about it. That's pretty much all I have for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know if that helped or anything. I kind of went all over the place. But next video I'll talk about maybe another story or something like that. Talking more about rejection and learning and growing and stuff like that. It's very important. It's very important to go through those things as a guy, unless you have someone there to tell you these things so you can learn that way. But other than that, you're going to have to learn through experience. It's okay. Get through it. Keep moving forward. I'll see you guys in the next video.